This vessel is El Conquistador, and today on El Conquistador Plays, Ho, Ho, Ho? Christmas is here! And it's the most wonderful time of the year. At least according to Andy Williams. But if you're a gamer, Christmas holds an extra special place in your heart because you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to get a game for Christmas. And no matter what era you grew up in, you knew exactly what a wrapped up version of the game you wanted looked like. El Conquistador has such fond memories of the games he received for Christmas. Games like WWF No Mercy, NHL Hits, Super Mario Kart, Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot, Shaq Fu, Zoop. Well, that one's kind of covered in another video LC did. There were so many more. Christmas is such a special time for the gamer. But imagine, if you will, a scenario where you just wanted a Christmas-themed game for Christmas. That's really difficult to do because what's a Christmas game? There were several versions of Die Hard, but people can't agree on if that's an actual Christmas movie. There's a newer game out there called Cthulhu Saves Christmas, but it's basically digital only. How do you wrap a digital game for your favorite gamer? You just send them a code in an email, and there's no magic involved with that. It's absolutely absurd. But imagine, if you will, a game that challenges the notion of the one and only Santa Claus. You see, that guy's been overworking elves for years, and nothing's happened to him because they're too afraid to unionize. Well, there's a special game out there that covers this very subject, and it's a game that any kid would have wanted for Christmas if they had a Game Boy Advance or a Nintendo DS. It's called Elf Bowling. You see, because real men do not solve their problems through violence. They do not solve their problems through government boondoggle. They do not solve their problems through years of litigation in the courts. They just bowl. El Conquistador assures you that bowling will solve any problem you have. So thanks to this game, Elf Bowling, which was originally free on PC, we're going to get to see exactly how Santa is going to pay for his crimes against humanity. Well, El Conquistador forgot the point he was trying to make, so that's enough talk. It's time for him to pick up his keyboard and mouse, and let's play some Elf Bowling. Okay, so LC would love to start by saying how absurd this game actually is. So the synopsis... Oh, a strike! The synopsis of this is the elves of Santa's workshop are on strike due to overwork from the huge demand for Christmas toys. So Santa Claus has decided to whip them into shape by using them as bowling pins. Okay? And this game was originally released in 1998. That's a split. That's not good. And it was a free game. And so LC's not going to lie to you folks. He definitely used the Google machine. He used the Google machine to try to find some Christmas games because off the top of his head, he really couldn't think of any right then and there. And so he saw this one listed, and he just knew, yeah, strike. Look at their butts. That's so stupid. He knew that he knew this game, but he just couldn't remember why. So back in the late 90s, you could actually How's the bunny there? Yes, strike! Yeah, take that, butts. You could actually send executable files via email. So this was a game that a lot of people sent via email, and this was in the infancy of people understanding viruses and such. So you'd send it in somebody's email, and they could actually open it, and it turns out, hey, it's actually a really fun is a brutal word to use today, but hey, it's a fun game. So, split. So that's why he remembers it, though, because he used to send this executable file to anybody he met and didn't meet on the internet. And those of us that lived in the Yahoo Games day will remember saying stuff to Santa. Will remember that you could very easily send your AOL Instant Messenger name or anything else to people on Yahoo Pools. So, you know, acquiring emails wasn't that hard. But what's interesting and what angers El Conquistador so is the fact that in 2005, Nintendo took this and another version of Santa sucks, another version of Elf Bowling, and put this on the DS and the Game Boy Advance. Can you imagine what unwrapping that Game Boy game is like? Knowing it's a Game Boy game and you get this? A free game that somebody paid for? And the biggest problem is it's a game that your grandmother got you because she loves you so much that she got you a video game, but she doesn't really understand what good games are. And she knows that you're a bowler. Oh, he moved! The head pin moved! She knows you like bowling, so she gets you this game. And you're like, hey, thanks, Grandma, that was fantastic. So we have Elf Bowling. And that's the, some duds. El Conquistador mentioned before that he got Shaq Fu for Christmas. That's a brutal game. He'd love to play with you someday. But again, El Conquistador's parents' hearts were in the right place. But good Lord, they got him Shaq Fu one year. And also, it was some stupid Scooby-Doo game for Super Nintendo that he beat in like 30 minutes because it only had 4 missions. Albeit those 4 missions were kind of fun. Yeah, strike. But stupid game. There's so many other things out there, but they wouldn't buy him Mortal Kombat or anything fun. The gist of this game is it's a timing thing and getting those arrows. You can't move Santa. You can't curve the ball. You really can't do anything with this other than get the timing right. And it's these 2 arrows on either side gets you a strike. And if he wasn't talking and trying to make this more exciting than it actually is, maybe he'd get a 300 here. LC actually does have a 300 in real life, as well as a couple 800 series. He's got some rings to prove it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 192. That's a respectable. Gosh, the pool for Christmas games is just not very big. But there you have it, folks. There's one round of Elf Bowling, and wow, there's literally just one button on here. Man, in 1999, this would have been great. But, boy, that sucks on the DS and Game Boy Advance. When we started this video, Conquistador was really in the Christmas spirit. Now he's not. So let's take one of those breaks, and let's see if old LC can get back in the Christmas spirit. He'll be right back. Hey there, gang, it's El Conquistador's hands. And these magic fingers are going to show you how to wrap the perfect Christmas gift. A couple things we need to know before we get started. It's that he's pre-cut some paper here, and the reason being is to save some time. Although by explaining that, we've already wasted some time.
However, you need to know that cutting paper is not at all like cutting wood. No, 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 no. You see, when you cut wood, you measure once and cut twice. That's not what's happening here. When you cut paper, you just eyeball it. It's not a life or death situation, so, you know, you'll get there, and we'll cover it up later when we wrap the perfect gift. Next is you gotta use packaging tape. It's thick, and it'll keep those little buggers from shaking the gift and figuring out what it is. Okay? Cool. And we also have some labels and a permanent marker, so there's no change in the gifts. Looking at you, little Timmy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to move our accoutrement just for now. And first up is this lovely Disney Princess Mermaid set. What a lucky kid to get that. So what you're going to want to do is you got to center this bad boy on this paper. Then you're going to wrap it. Well, fold it like that. And then you want to put a big piece of packaging tape right there. Okay? All right, next, you need to take care of the sides. So you really want to bunch it up. You want to make it look like a Tootsie Roll, but not really, because that's copyright material. So you roll it up there, big old piece of packaging tape, bam, and we're gonna get the other side here, and big old Tootsie Roll. Oh, we ripped it a little bit, so we'll fix that. We'll fix it in post. Big old piece of packaging tape, bam. And if you rip any corners, you just do one of these jobbies. Packaging tape that all up. See, now whoever it's for is not going to know. All right, and then you flip it over, and look how clean those sides are. Then you're going to want to put your thing on there and say to, let's get that in the camera, to kid 2 from LC. All right, probably saw that on camera. Anyways, we'll take that off, and we'll take that off. All right, slap that right in the middle. All right, kid 2, you are taken care of. All right, next up, we have this lovely Pokemon Battle Academy set. LC would have loved to have gotten this when he was a kid. All right, same thing. We're going to fold it like a hot dog. It's really hard to bend and do this over the camera. All right, so we got a little rip there, but that's nothing our packaging tape can't handle. All right. And remember that Tootsie Roll? Let's just say it's just a generic store brand. We're gonna really bunch that up there, okay? All right, packaging tape, bam. Okay, flip it around. Oh, look, we didn't rip it this time. Ha! Fantastic. And a little packaging tape there. Flip it around, flippy floppy. There you go. So now we'll get our tag together here. There we go. To kid 1 from LC. Well, that's crazy, folks. You know, that's just the way it goes. LC's been busy rapping. All right. So kid 1, LC. Voila. There you go. Perfect wrap every time. And, you know, you got to get a gift for yourself. And LC purchased this for himself. But you can't wrap liquid or put it in a stocking. So don't do that. Oh, it's so good. But really, you know, if you want to take care of all the holiday issues, get yourself something from the store that's already wrapped. You don't have to do anything but put your name on it. And that, folks, is how you wrap the perfect present.
Well, that didn't help. Let's just play this game again. Boy, it is really just that. It's elf bowling. There is nothing else to this game. But, back in the 90s, things were a lot simpler. Crap, another split. Just that split second. An aside to the story he was about to tell. This reminds LC of the ticketed game that has the big ring that you're trying to find the sweet spot, and if you hit it right in the middle, it gives you tickets, or more tickets rather. That's what this reminds him of. All right, just throw it right in the gutter, Santa, while the elves mock you. But anyways, in the 90s, things were simpler, and hey, games like this, it made us happy. Does anyone remember Pinball? That was just on every Windows computer, Windows XP. Gosh, that'd be a great one to play. LC probably has a Windows XP computer laying around here somewhere. There's a Christmas frog now. That's hot. That's nice. Oh, but you got me a split. You Christmas frog piece of crap. Why are you on the lanes? It's just ice. And this split is pretty difficult here. This is the 6, 7, 10. Oh, he made it! Ooh. Actually, that's awesome that it's makeable. The other thing El Conquistador thinks about is there's an arcade that he loves to go to that has this old school shuffleboard bowling, and it's got all these pressure points that you do the shuffleboard puck, and if you hit the right ones, you'll make the spare, you'll get the strike and whatnot. That's a really fun game, but that's a physical game. Most of us gamers probably can't handle something like that. Just missed it, just by that much. They spent so much time on the butts. There just wasn't enough time for any other content. And, yeah, there's they have bloody noses. This game isn't that bad. There's Rudolph checking things out. That's not a really good one. Ugh. Yeah, see, in real life, this is the spare that LC will chop so many different ways. Frank knows what he's talking about. Yikes! This is gonna be a tough one. Got to focus in. God, it's just like real life. God, maybe this is a really good simulation game. Whew. He's getting as angry as he does during real bowling, that's for sure. And again, he'll remind you that there's literally one button to press. What is that? He's missing a head! He's missing a head! What in the world? Oh, the 7-10 split. Wow. So they did put a little bit of thought in some of this. A pin setter would likely rip the head off of any elf or any person that got stuck back there. What a pitiful attempt. Yeah, you continue to mock Santa. Santa's going to come and find you, elf number 7. He's going to beat you. Yikes. They all still have their heads. Santa sucks. There it is again. There we go. That's a strike. Yeah, Santa. And to answer your next question, yes, El Conquistador does have bowling shirts made to go to tournaments and such. But we always suck. In 2011, El Conquistador went to the National Bowling Tournament in Reno, Nevada, and he made a lot of money there. That was the only time, though. All right. If we finish out strong here, we can get a 170 game. There we go. That's another strike. Yeah, Santa. Yeah, you're getting into it now. You know, again, as much as El Conquistador thinks this game sucks, it's something. Well, good place for that split. 173, maybe. Yeah, there it is. He could still add bowling scores. Elf bowling. If you're feeling in the Christmas spirit, there's not a lot of Christmas games out there. This could really get you excited for Christmas. Not really, actually. El Conquistador's had a few adult beverages. This one's actually thanks to a loyal viewer who plays piano. That's all we'll say about him. But it's incredibly hard to drink with this mask on. Oh, wow. So, get a little of the old eggnog special for Christmas, and maybe you'll enjoy this game, because El Conquistador didn't. But nonetheless, no matter how you celebrate the holidays, El Conquistador wishes you health and happiness, and he loves all of you dearly. So to that extent, have a wonderful holiday, and El Conquistador will be seeing you real soon.